Hello my CBDs, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing the 5 loves and 5 duds from products from Sephora. I did a drugstore version of this a few weeks ago and you guys recommended me doing like a higher end version. So that's what we're here to do. If you like this one and you want me to do an Ulta themed video around 5 loves and 5 duds, then let me know that as well. But this one's gonna focus on Sephora products. If you guys are enjoying this type of video, be sure to let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because I do upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Let's hop into the products. First, I'm going to go through the loves. If you didn't see the last 5 loves and 5 duds from the drugstore, then I will link that down in the description box. But basically, I share with you 5 products that I think are totally worth it from Sephora or the drugstore, and then like 5 products that either didn't live up to the expectation or I think you should pass on. The first product is these. These are the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes. I have many of them. The first one that I have that I'll share is the Shadow Couture World Traveler palette. This is what this one looks like. I really love this green. I love all of these shades right here, pops of color. Basically, all of these have the same formula. It's just kind of like a different color theme for each one. This is the Soft Matte palette. This is my favorite palette of all of the ones that she's come out with. Then she has the Norvina palette. I'm sure she has more than these, but these are the ones that I really like. The Norvina one is very colorful. I do want to get the Norvina is it like the Norvina collection or the Norvina vault or something where it's more of that square type of colorful palette? If you guys want me to get that and do a review for you, I'm happy to do that because that palette really excited me and I'm curious to see if it's just as good as these ones. And then of course the Modern Renaissance palette. This is what this one looks like. I would highly recommend the Anastasia eyeshadow palettes. I think they are one of the most worth it palettes at Sephora. They are so good. They're not super expensive. They are only 42 bucks. That is kind of on the lower side of things for an eyeshadow palette, especially at Sephora. Those like Sephora Pro palettes are expensive. They're like $70, and then the Tasha Denona's like $200. They can get up there in price. So I'm not about that life. These are eyeshadows that I really do think are worth it. And the formula is killer. The mattes blend amazing. You will never have an issue blending the mattes. You won't have an issue like patchiness, nothing like that. The shimmer shades are bomb. They are why I buy the palettes actually. They are so good. I will swatch to this gold shade called Bronze right here. This is one of my favorite shadows in the palette. They're almost so soft that they like fall apart. Look at that. Isn't that insane, you guys? That is with no glitter glue underneath of it, nothing. It's just everything about these eyeshadows are beautiful and I totally think they're worth it. If you don't have an Anastasia palette, you definitely should. That should be up on the list of like beginner products to get from Sephora. Next love, you can probably guess, it's the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. If you haven't heard, there's a bunch of hype about this product on YouTube and you should believe it because it's so good. Something about this powder is unbelievably smoothing and blurring, and it's so full coverage. You can wear it on top of a liquid foundation, you can wear it on its own. Something about this is just perfect. Like if you have oily skin, man, this is gonna be your best friend. It is so smoothing, so blurring. If you have large pores like me, this helps blur that. I don't get oily using this. I can touch up on the go, take it in my purse. It's just the perfect powder foundation. I don't think I'll ever find better than this. So this is also one that I really, really love and think it's worth it from Sephora, even though it's a little bit more expensive. Next is a highlight from Laura Mercier. This is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight in the shade 01. This is what it looks like. This is a very pretty natural highlight. This is not going to be intense in your face, but this is really good for weddings because it's got that very like bridal-y feel to it. It is not too intense, but it has a really pretty shine and makes your cheeks look wet and kind of just like catches the light without being distracting or too metallic. So I really do think that this is a great highlight, especially for you guys that don't want something that's so distracting and metallic. this is going to be like a more of a natural highlight that you can build up if you want to, but this is just so good of a highlight. It's like my go-to whenever I'm thinking about weddings or bridal things or something that's like natural glam. I go for this guy. This is a concealer from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. This is so full coverage. This is so beautiful. It makes my under eyes look super youthful. If you were like me and you get creasing underneath your eyes, like whenever I apply concealer, it can be tough and kind of like a time crunch to set it down before it will crease. But even then, when I set down my concealer, I just crease right underneath my eye. It's just a thing that happens. But with this product, you don't get that. At least I don't. It is perfect for oily skin, for dry skin, for combo, for normal skin. Any skin type can wear this product, and it just has such good coverage, and it doesn't look heavy or cakey. It blends so easily. You don't need a whole lot of this product. I have had this like mini size for months and I have not gone through it. So this is so worth it. But you can probably get by with just buying the mini size because this is like $11 or $10 and the full size is like $29 or something crazy. So I would recommend getting the mini size. It's gonna last you a long time. Last product that is a love from Sephora is this Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. Where have these gone? I don't know. No one talks about it anymore, but it's so good. I can get away with wearing this. Now, I wouldn't say that it's the best foundation for oily skin, but it is the prettiest, most flawless skin-like high-end foundation that I can find. It is so pretty. It blends in like a dream. It is very full coverage. It feels comfortable on the skin. It makes my skin look almost younger, you know? I do end up getting a little bit oily with this foundation on my skin throughout the day, but it's so good. It's so pigmented. A little goes a very long way. I usually use a brush when I apply it because it is a stick foundation, but it's not drying or like tugging like a lot of stick foundations are. There are the 5 loves. Let's talk about the duds and the products that I don't think are worth it. First product is from Bumble and Bubble. This is the Surf Spray. I haven't used this since I bought it and used it one time and I decided that I did not like it. This is a surf spray that has salt in it and I should have known that when I bought it because it's just makes my hair not feel good. Like I hate the ocean and I don't know why I bought a surf spray if I don't like the ocean. I hate getting salt and like I hate it. I got this hoping that I would get like windswept beachy texture. I was thinking like beachy waves and that's not what this gave me. It literally just, it went on and I felt like I needed to wash my hair. That's how intense this is. This does not give you beachy waves. This does not, it's not like a crunch and it gives that pretty wavy texture to your hair. It makes your hair feel piecey, dirty, and like you need to get it out of your hair. It's sticky, it's heavy, it just doesn't feel good in your hair. So I would definitely pass on this. I like curls, I like having waves in my hair, but this is just not my way to go about it. I don't like this product. Next is from Tarte. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. I believe I got this in a BoxyCharm or something. I don't like this. I don't use it. The eyeshadows in here are fine. They're not anything amazing. I feel like the shades in here are just kind of blah. And all of them are like shimmery. They're like a matte shimmer. And I don't like that. I feel like that looks weird and they're hard to work with. These colors just don't appeal to me, especially this bottom layer. It's a little bit too cool toned for my liking and I never use it. I would say pass on this. There's definitely better eyeshadow palettes at Sephora. Next is from Urban Decay and I wouldn't say that this is a dud. I would say that I was disappointed in it. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow highlight in the shade Sin. This is supposed to last 8 hours. It definitely doesn't. I would just say that there's way better highlights at Sephora. This almost is too glittery for me. And the way it goes on, it's not soft where it's going to look super flattering on your skin. you blend it out and it just looks like there's nothing special about this highlight, and it's expensive, so you want it to be special. It's just not. There's better highlights out there. This highlight really is nothing special. That's what it looks like when it's blended out on my hand. It just kind of goes away and it's not flattering on texture, and I'm just not about it. It's just like, it's okay, you know, like I use it to use it because I bought it. I don't know, I would just say pass on this. It's expensive, and I don't think that this is the best highlight that is at Sephora. This is a product that I don't like. This is the Too Faced 3-Way Lash Lining Tool. It's an eyeliner, but if you can see, it's got like 3 little prongs that are coming out of it. It's not like a felt or a brush tip or anything like that. It's thin on this side, and then on this side, it's really wide. So it doesn't draw well, and it's not comfortable to draw this on your hand because it's so pokey. I don't know. And then when you go this way, it's not that pigmented. This is just not a good liner. I say go for the Kat Von D tattoo liner, or there's a cheaper one. There's this Physicians Formula eye booster liner that you can get from the drugstore, but I would definitely pass on this one. Here's other eyeliners that I don't think are worth it. These are from Urban Decay as well. These are the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencils. I have the purple one, which is called Empire, and the blue one called Mainline. I don't think these are worth it. They go on just fine. Like, they're pigmented when they go on. They just don't stay on your waterline. Where do they go? They just completely disappear. So it's not so much that they're not pigmented or anything. Like you can see right there, they are very pretty colors. I just think they're expensive, and there are eyeliners at the drugstore that stay on my waterline better than these. Last product is an eyeshadow from Urban Decay. Wow, Urban Decay is getting slammed in this video. This is the Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy Rides Again eyeshadow. Now granted, I've had this for a long time, but I just think that there's so many eyeshadow palettes out there that have way better shimmery formulas than this. This is just like it's like a sparkly mess. It's really dry. That's what it looks like. I don't think that this really does anything other than it's glittery. There's not really a color to it, and it just falls all over your face. So I think that you can definitely find better shimmer formulas out there than this, and again, this is expensive. It's just not, compared to like the eyeshadow formulas that have come out within the last couple of years, this is just not worth it. It doesn't do a whole lot for your lid. The color goes away, and all you're left with is these like weird sparkles. All right, you guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. I hope you guys had a wonderful day. I love you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.